Hello. So, it is the 14th of November, Sunday, as I'm filming this, and so my first week can like round up took me almost all week to upload. It took days to get that video onto YouTube. I hope it doesn't take days with this one. My 2-week update. Well, anyway, I just barely scraped over 25,000 words just half an hour ago, and that's literally by pulling the scenes. Like, my ability to focus on the story right now is just so interesting. Like, it's a little bit annoying, not gonna lie, but at the same time I'm finding it really, really interesting, because A, my first novel, B, first NaNoWriMo attempt, but also C, a lot of people have talked about this exact thing. When you hit the 25,000 mark, or like the halfway mark, you sometimes realize that there just isn't enough story. I don't have that problem. Sometimes you realize that the story maybe isn't quite, in the correct tense, correct person as the focus character. Some of those things. I'm not feeling that. What I am feeling, however, is that the story isn't quite what I thought it was. Meaning it's still the same story. Like, so yes, my little problem is that I simply came to realization that I was going about this a little bit wrong. I want to say wrong, but it's not wrong. Like, I'm making it up as I go. I'm simply realizing that there are things that could be better. The main premise of the story is that I have this crew of female pirates that I call piratesses. And their main storyline is that they are going to go out to find and save or retrieve their queen who has gone missing. So I've literally just been writing the story from their perspective, how they are going about the world and finding this about this and that and la la. And then, Friday, Saturday, I just started to accept the fact that, from a reader's perspective, why are they going to save the queen? Like, why? Who is this queen? Why does she essentially matter? Like, story-wise, yeah. World-wise, yeah. But for these particular characters, why does it matter? Why is she important? Why are they going on this quest with the vigor that they do? Like, they're pirates. And for myself, I know the reason why, but I haven't put it in the story properly so it's clear to the reader why that should matter, why they're going on the quest, why this story matters. And I'm also realizing that that is a later time problem. I'm making this discovery because I'm making the story up as I go. I'm discovering what the story is. And I want to go back and rewrite the entire thing, but that's not the point with Nano. The point with Nano is that you get 50,000 words done on a first draft or a zero draft. I know I want to rewrite it, but I'm not going to. I need to have a story in order to rewrite the story. So what I've been doing today is basically coming to terms with that and figuring out what scenes I do need to write in order to have something to work with later. Like, I need to have a story in order to rewrite. Like, I need to finish Nano first. So there are certain parts of the story that I am pretty happy with so far. Story parts that I realized need to play a bigger part, actually. I'm not tooting my own horn, but well, actually I am. But it's more like there are certain scenes that I was writing that I realized that they weren't as minor as I thought they were. Other scenes that I realized they aren't as big as I figured at first that they would be. Some that can be background events, but it also has to do with the fact that I am an absolute novice. I am perfectly aware of that. I don't have the experience to draw on in order to make some of the storylines, blazingly fantastic. Like, this is a first novel. It's probably never gonna see the light of day. I don't really have the experience to, or the knowledge to write some of these scenes. Like, so I'm pondering. I'm probably still gonna write them. They're probably gonna suck anyway. But I'm still pondering, like, how can I use what I have with the experience that I have and my handle on what on my how can I use what I have in order to express the story in the best way that I can right now. So I'm pondering a lot of things. I'm filming this instead of writing because I'm procrastinating. I'm doing a lot of procrastinating right now. I shouldn't be, but at least I've got over 25,000 words. I'm happy with that. So basically I'm just reiterating that I'm going to continue hammering on, because there are scenes that I need to at least get a handle on in order to understand their significance and where they might fit in, and whether or not I need to work on them in the editing or take them out and make them backstory or side story or something that people simply mention. But that's for the rewrite. That's for later. Right now I just need to write. But the things that I do have, I'm pretty happy with. And I am continuing with the, well, they are all from 10 seconds up to about 5 minutes long. I am still working on that vlog thing. I'm gonna call it a vlog. Or do I call it a score keep? So I do know that, with the Nano webpage, there are badges that you can earn, and I do know I won't be getting the, one of the badges at least is the one with, where you hit a minimum 1667 words every day. I don't agree with that. I think the page is a little bit incorrect, because I've been very proud of the fact that I've managed to reach the goal every single day. But again, it's just a badge, it's just a visual representation or something that I reached. I do know I kept a journal, I know, and I reached the goal every single day, and I'm proud of that. I am ridiculously proud of that. I have written minimum just over 1600 words. I think it was something like 1670 or something. Maybe that's why it didn't count, I don't know. But my maximum was well over 2000 words. Not quite 3000 words, I'm not there yet. But I am actually pretty happy with myself. I am reaching my goals every single day, word count wise. The story is progressing. I am making discoveries about where it's going and what needs to be added to it. I do realize that I don't know the world half as well as I maybe should before I start writing, but then again, I'm making discoveries. So that I know that after November there will be a lot of work left to do, both with the story itself, but also the world, the people, and putting together all the things that I've just thrown on the page and being like, yeah, that's fine. I will need to do some tidying up after myself, but yay! So yeah, even with this setback thing, I'm still really happy and gung-ho about Nano, so I'm happy about that. I have not delved into any kind of, like, depression or anything. So there have been 2 podcasts that I've been listening to, and I did start on them in October, at the very least. I've been listening to Writing Excuses. I'm on the Google thingy, because Google podcast thingy Cannot remember what it's called because my telephone, like my computer, is set in Icelandic. So trying to translate that over to English is sometimes like, is this thing? And I don't know what the words we use, but it's a thing. So the writing excuses are hosted by Brandon Sanderson. Excuse my pronunciation, I'm Icelandic. Brandon Sanderson. I have heard his name mentioned gazillion times and I cannot pronounce it. Brandon Sanderson, Mary Robinette Cowell, Howard Taylor, and Daniel Wells. There we go. Yes, pronunciation. So yeah, they talk a lot about, writing techniques, story building, publication, poems, writing fantasy, writing science fiction, a lot of things. There's also there was a segment that they did on video games. Just a lot of things. The thing is though about this podcast is that they only always have 58 episodes. They never keep all, they are on their 16th season, and beginning of next year they will be on the 17th. And on the Google podcast thingy they have 58 episodes. So if they have all seasons somewhere stored, I don't know where that is, but I like listening to them. The other podcast that I really, really like listening to is actually called How to Win Nano Writing Podcast. It is hosted by Christina Horner and Liz Leo. And I really like them. They are not affiliated with Nano. They, like they say at the beginning of every episode, they just won a lot. Like they've been participating, like there's a year difference between them, and they've been participating pretty much from the beginning. So they have a lot of experience of participating in Nano. Don't know about anything that they published, but they participate in Nano. So their experience of doing this thing that we're doing, it is valuable. It does provide a lot of insight, and I think honestly I am not as anxious or stressed or negative basically about this marathon running as I might otherwise be, because I've been listening to these guys, and honestly I don't think I've been this, I don't think I'd be, at 25,000 words right now if I hadn't listened to their experience and what they've been talking about for, like, I think they're on their 3rd season. If they hadn't always been, like, just absolutely honest and candid and just kind of brutal in a way, like, well, is being honest, is it always being about being brutal? No. Because they always, like, I mean, this is our experience, yours might be different, and sometimes it just sucks, but we're gonna power through. And here's the things that you may expect, here are the things that may happen, here's how you can prepare for it, here's how you can react. And that's just, it's so valuable having this kind of information, this kind of podcast to listen to, and just managing my expectations. But yeah, I do recommend these 2 podcasts, the Writing Excuses and the How to Win Nano. But yeah, these are these 2 podcasts that are kind of keep me sane throughout this. So that's enough for me rambling on about writing this weekend. Hopefully it's not gonna take me the entire week to upload this video. Dear Lord, that was interesting. Not gonna lie, my internet sucks. But on that note, I'm gonna stop procrastinating, get this into my computer, maybe try to edit it a little bit, see about uploading it, and keep writing, because apparently that's the thing that I intend to do in November. I'm halfway there. Whoop. Hopefully I will see you later. Hopefully you're staying sane with me throughout this, and hopefully see you next weekend. Okay, bless bless.